Thanks for tuning in to SauceBoss Gaming, and here's my review for Ghostrunner on the PS4. Ghostrunner is set in Dharma Tower, a massive skyscraper housing the remainder of humanity. In this game, you'll play as the 75th Ghostrunner known as Jack. He awakens with no memory and is directed to liberate a digital intelligence known as the Architect, the preserved mind of Adam, the person who created and ruled Dharma Tower, and created the Ghostrunners. Ghostrunners are technologically enhanced super soldiers that served as a peacekeeping and policing tool in Dharma Tower. Now, just like most games, everything isn't rainbows and unicorns. The Architect was betrayed by his confidant Mara in a coup which destroyed all but one of the Ghostrunner units. That's you, Jack. Mara, now known as the Keymaster, rules with an army of brutal thugs with her general disinterest in the tower systems affecting the living conditions of the Dharma Society. It is now your job to climb the tower and take out Mara and try to fix what's been broken. So gameplay is pretty much split into two parts. You have your combat and then you have your traversal. I like to just say parkour because this is a cybernetic ninja game. So let's call it what it is. As far as the parkour, it's pretty straightforward. You have your jumping, your wall running. Later on, you get a few extra items that help you move around the stages. And you just have to use those to the best of your ability to get from point A to point B so you can get up the tower. Now, this kind of leads me to my first gripe in the game. I feel like the parkour was fun once I got everything down, but it doesn't really hold your hand like other games, and this is a hit and miss. I say it doesn't hold your hand and help you because there are mechanics that you have to learn as you're playing, just to get around certain things, and that's cool because I feel like I earned a win once I got to the end of a level. Now, there were some times where I would be on a really good run doing a lot of fancy maneuvers, getting from one billboard to another, and then I get to a point where I'm trying to make a jump and I just fall. I didn't like that. Now, playing the game over time, I learned what I needed to do to make those jumps a little bit more consistent. But there were a few times later on, after I had been playing for hours, where it just felt like the game shut down and I died for no reason. Now, this is a small thing, considering if you die, you just go back to the previous checkpoint and you do that run again. They don't make you start over from the beginning of a level. It is just kind of frustrating because you could have a really good run and have one bad jump, one bad fall, and then have to go back to another checkpoint. So that was a small gripe for me. Later on, I learned how to get around some of this stuff, but like I said, it's stuff like that just kind of muddied the water. I still had fun. It was just stressful with those moments, especially later on when the parkour got a little bit crazier. But like I said, you learn and you get better over time, and then you're able to do some crazy stuff as you're moving through these levels. So as far as combat, at the start of the game, you have your basic sword slashes. You also have a aerial strafe that you could use for parkour, as well as dodging bullets and figuring out which enemy you're going to attack next. And you have a deflect option that you could use for enemies that use swords or use guns. Later on in the game, you gain access to cyber voids, which are pretty much puzzles that you use to unlock new abilities to help you as you progress through the game. After you finish a cyber void mission, you learn a little bit more lore about the Ghostrunner world, as well as unlock new ability slots to help augment your character, and sometimes you gain new abilities to help you breeze through these enemies. So the abilities that you unlock are extremely powerful, but they're on a cooldown, so that adds a little bit more balance to them, and I'm glad, because if you didn't have that, you would just be OP through the entire game. The first ability that you unlock lets you dash through bullets and kill up to 3 enemies at one time, something you wouldn't be able to do with your regular skill set. So on top of your augmented abilities, you're also able to find power-ups in some of the later stages of the game. These will help you jump long distances, throw shurikens, slow down time even longer, things like that. And when you mix that in with your basic sword and parkour abilities, it adds multiple layers to combat, which kind of turns this game into a puzzle action platformer, because like I said, there's no one way to approach these scenarios. Now, as far as the final verdict, I would definitely say pick up Ghostrunner. When I picked it up, I believe it was about $30 on the PlayStation Store. I'm not sure how much it costs on Steam. I want to say it's about the same price. Overall, it's a steal for a game like this. There's a lot of replayability. And even though I personally had some issues with the wall running here and there, I think it's a fun game. You will die a lot and there's a lot to learn, but it does feel good to go through a mission, die a bunch of times, learn how to do it, and then come back and be able to breeze through. I did feel a sense of accomplishment making it through every level, because it is very stressful and there's a lot going on. But like I said, there's a lot to take away from the game. So overall, guys, my final verdict is definitely pick up this game. Yes, I did have a few issues with the parkour sections, and yeah, some of the stages can be a little bit basic for a futuristic game, but at the end of the day, I enjoyed it. Yes, it's a little unforgiving in some areas, but I think that adds to the charm. You're able to go in, for the most part, you have a lot of freedom approaching how you want to fight the enemies and how you want to complete the stages. I had a lot of fun, and it was definitely very rewarding, especially for 30 bucks. As soon as I finish some of my other games, I'm going to come back and attempt a speed run. Maybe I'll post that, who knows. But again, overall, if you get a chance, definitely pick up this game and have fun with it, because I sure did. Even if I did die like 60 times in a mission, it was definitely an experience and very rewarding. I'm SauceBoss. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and also hit the bell icon so you know when my other videos drop. Other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.